Hello and welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris. Thanks for tuning back into the third episode of the Super Mario Sandcastle build here in Grounded. And if you haven't heard from me in a while, I'll apologize. I haven't been able to post in the last 2.5 weeks because my family was down with the flu, my kids, my wife, myself, and as you can hear, my voice is still a bit rough. So I just wanted to make a quick short update to see what I've been able to work on here. And as you can see already in this beautiful view here from the picnic table, we did quite some progress on the roof. Basically, the front center roof, which leads up to that tower, is halfway done. It took me a while to figure out kind of how to get the angles, because if you compare it to the real one is much steeper, but as I complained already in the last video, unfortunately there's only so many options we have on how steep things can be, and I didn't want to have it like a straight wall, so it's not as steep, but it kind of works. And here's the side roof, and then I ran into a major issue which I'm going to address in a second over here. So let's go a little bit closer and take a look here and take the zipline down. I made a little like a clover roof path here just to be a little bit faster on transporting out the sticks from down here. And as you can see, most of them are still need to regrow. I chopped off a lot of them yesterday, but a really quick way to get up here. Also, another update, I finished off all the cement ash bricks here finally, and I have been working on the front side. I still have to share that with you, what I think I'm gonna do. And yeah, so let's get up here, and that's basically the frontal roof. And I laid like a bunch more stem flooring all the way to these sides, so I can work on that. And then that's basically the inner walls of the center tower of the castle. It's just nuts up here. So what I don't like, there's still a lot of light coming through, and I want that to be from the outside, not visible. So in the end, I'll cover it up more. But since, as you can see, there's a lot of clay and material that's used here, I'll try to keep save my materials as much as possible, and then later on, figure out the more details. It was a bit tricky to get like a smooth angle here. I'll show you from the outside. Basically, yeah, that's kind of like the front sign here that sticks out a little bit, and then this side here kind of comes in, gets a little bit shorter. And then on the middle roof section, sort of, it's much more flatter. So I actually kind of like this transition. And I will pull this out all the way to this edge, sort of, and then probably somewhere here, and then it turns into more like a flat roof. So I think this one's coming along nice. As you can see, it doesn't really line up too nice, because the main issues with these ones is they only lock every 90 degrees. And if you're on a straight wall like here, that's cool, right? But if you're on a 45 degree side wall, it does not. You cannot line it up as it should. Which over here, I think, if you look at it from here, it doesn't look insane. But the more you go out, you kind of get the angle. You kind of get the shape that I'm going for, which I think is enough, at least close enough, kind of where I want to go to. Now the big issue here is these little side towers. One side can go this, but then when it hits the next side, there's going to be like this ugly corner here, and I could make them all like this, but then it won't really look like the shape I'm going for, and that's just really, really bad, and there's no way to fix that, unfortunately. I also thought instead of these triangles I can just use those, but they're the same. But basically, if you rotate them, nothing really changed at all. They're like always the same, so they won't be flush with this edge here, which I'm really unhappy with. I don't like that very much. And last night I had an idea, which I'm going to play around with a little bit and show you here. And hopefully that kind of will work. It will require tons more materials, but basically we will have to go all the way down there and then set a new fundament in the center of this, and bring it all the way up here. And then from there, basically this one's going to be, since we're not going to snap to this, it's going to line with the walls. And therefore we can place them as we want to. Now there's 3 major issues. One issue will be, you never know if the height is the same until you get up here. Like it might be like slightly higher or slightly lower than the piece here, although there's a little bit of tolerance we can go with, since because you look at it from far away, you don't really see if it's like floating by like 5 centimeters or if it's clipping in a little bit. The next issue is kind of the angle and the positioning, because even if we get the right height, it might start, and it's just it won't let me show you because it's always snapping. But basically it might not come all the way out here. It might stick out or something. That's also something I don't want to do. Again, alignment here is an issue, and we don't really know until we just build up a massive platform here, test it out. And I tried that before. Down here you can see like the early ones, because I wanted to have like this little edge here in the middle of the tower, which it originally has. But this never lined up perfectly, and I'm actually happy it didn't work out, because then I would have 3 more different sides, which all the red bricks won't align, and that's just absolute nightmare. So I'll try out that. Let's see how it goes. And of course the third issue is just materials, like building another pillar up here with clay. And won't you look at that, the bees are still at it again. The bees are just like constantly coming in here and hanging in these walls, but they still haven't done any damage, so that's pretty good. And I still never attacked them because I want to be cool with the bees here. So that's all fun, but it's always funny to see them, because I think you can see them from the front here, probably sticking out always, and be like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And they're just like, that guy's gonna be stuck in here until it's nighttime, and then maybe he gets out, or maybe he gets not, or maybe I have to get out far in the map for him to despawn. And then later on, the plan is, I think this inside tower is just a perfect opportunity to have a really cool massive room in here as well, although my main focus will be on the first floor with the entrance gate. But that's a pretty cool place. Maybe we can put some trophies here, you know, some brood mothers, whatever, dangling off a moth from up here will definitely cool. A lot of you have been commenting about lighting and things like that, so I definitely want to get into lighting all of this out. It's going to be pretty nuts for sure. But again, first I want to finish up the outside of the castle itself before I can start with the interior. And that will still take quite a bit of time here. So we finished all these ash bricks around here. We finished out like closing off this rooftop floor here, sort of. So we're gaining a lot more shadow these days. Yeah, there's one little quick secondary entrance here where I can bring the sticks up much quicker. I wanted to make a tower at first, but the distance is not really far, and having to send off sticks over zip lines and then picking them back up here, I might as well just run down there, 1 pallet and 21 sticks on my back at a time, because that works really, really well. I made a little quick zip line here just for the construction process, that I don't always have to build some stairs or whatever to get on top. And then basically just for now, so I can, if I continue with this tower here later on, I can just jump on top of here and then continue to lay down my walls here. So that one works really, really well. I'm actually surprised how high we are. I did not expect, I knew it's going to be massive, but since there's going to come up a little red, another little roof is going to come out of here, and then another mushroom brick wall, and then the final red roof, and we're already like almost at the height of the fence. I'm actually surprised. Like, we're gonna maybe end up close to the bottom of the net or something from the outside basketball. So it's pretty damn huge, and it's just growing every single day. And as you can see here, Like Max is so tiny up here, although he's pretty close by. And the whole thing, we still have so much to build on. It's just a facade at this point. It's just like the front face of the whole castle itself. But once we figure out how we can lay down the roofing really perfectly precise, basically left and right is almost like symmetrical, so we can just copy the left on the right. Not exactly sure how I'm gonna do the backside, because in the game there's actually a mountain and the 3D model gets really weird. But I do want to kind of get over the real sandcastle, kind of build that in. So I think on the backside we'll be a little bit more creative on how exactly we're gonna build it out. So that's it for now, and I think I'm close to running out of clay again. Yeah, I think I only have a couple of hundred left. So I have 2 favorite spots of clay, which I think I'm gonna do a quick video about. Most people know that already, but I just want to do like my own take on that and show you guys some numbers. And I have pretty much set up all my routes here with zip lines to get the clay here, to get the clay there, to get the coal bricks from the barbecue, to go to the mushroom areas and stuff like that. So now harvesting is really efficient, where I can quickly go. And if you have seen my crazy video on this little
the Conweber build 1.0. Ah, so stupid.
Kind of walkway with bounce webs placed, which you can go extremely fast, twice as fast as zip lines. I really like that one. That works well, but I'm still working sometimes whenever I go there on a second track, so I can do that both ways. I also extended this runway here a little bit, so I can take my pallets here, and then I have this alignment corner basically where I can drop down here and die. Well, okay, that didn't work, obviously. Well, so there you have it. Just a really quick, nice update on what's going on and where we've been so far, and how we're continuously running out of bricks and out of clay and going to get more resources and stuff like that. I'm still enjoying it. It's been tough sometimes. And again, I've been done with the flu. I'm still recovering my voice. So I want to do more content, but unfortunately I need to recover a little bit more. But be on the lookout for a couple more videos. I want to get back to posting 3 to 4 videos every week at least. This build is a crazy grind, and I don't even know how many hours to spend on that already, but I'm far from completing this. So thank you all for your support on this. I do want to note that in the past I haven't been able to play any of the video games except Grounded because of this build. And as you probably know, next week on the 29th, Smallland's gonna be released as an early release beta. And I'm really curious to see how that's gonna be. I'm not really too much into like the fantasy world stuff, but if you didn't know, Smallland is basically similar to Grounded. You're also like a small person, and you kind of like in a forest environment, and it's a survival game, and there's a lot of building features. There's a lot of cool things, like you can tame animals and stuff like that. So that's much different from Grounded. The art style is completely different. It's much more realistic, and it has like a fantasy touch to it. And there's tons of NPCs in there that will give you challenges and quests, and really looking forward to that game. So I'll probably, if my voice recovers by then, I'll do a live stream of the first couple hours playthrough, and then see how it goes and how far we're going to play that game. Of course, I'm going to continue to build on this, and I also want to play some other games. So if you're curious what's up in the box on this channel, then please don't forget to subscribe, and let me know down in the comments if you have any ideas, comments, thoughts, concerns, or just want to say hi. All right, my voice is getting really scratchy now, and it's getting dark here, so Max can go down and put himself to sleep, and I can rest my voice a little bit. I hope you all have an absolute wonderful, beautiful, and fantastic day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.